My name is Tracy Elliott. I'm the president and CEO. In 1899, Rose Fay Thomas had a bold vision to care for the most vulnerable animals, working horses at that time, and founded this iconic institution. Today, her vision is as important for animals, people, and communities as it was then. So for more than 124 years, our mission remains building healthy and happy communities where pets and people thrive together. As an open admission shelter, we welcome all animals, not just dogs and cats, but birds and pigs and rabbits and all kinds of other animals. We also provide veterinary care for not only our shelter animals, but for community animals as well. And we can't do this without the generous support of our donors and of the community. As we approach our 125th anniversary in March, we've redoubled our commitment to being an open door and to provide the very best care to every animal we are privileged to serve. As we speak right now, there are 298 animals in our care. And just like all of the shelters and rescues in the Chicago region, and frankly all over the country, we are in great need of adopters and fosters. So please visit our website, anticruelty.org/adopt, to view adoptable animals and open your hearts and homes to a new best friend. The Governor and First Lady's fierce advocacy for the welfare of animals throughout Illinois inspires us to keep doing this great work. Governor, we're honored to have you here today, and it's my pleasure to announce and introduce a proud supporter of the Anti-Cruelty Society and of animals all over Illinois, Governor J.B. Pritzker.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I wish that everybody who could see us on camera could see all the wonderful people who work here at ACS, who care for the animals here, and you'd be really proud of that work. And I want to just acknowledge them, because without them, this work wouldn't go on. And they're reaching their 125th anniversary this coming year. The ACS is continuing to do its work, and I'm really proud to be associated with that work. I really appreciate the opportunity to be with you, and I want to say good morning to everybody. I haven't done that yet. It's a great day, and it's especially a great day when you're surrounded by our favorite little friends and the people who fight every day to protect them. Illinois is a state that strongly advocates for animal welfare. 4 years ago, I signed the Animal Welfare Act, improving kennel safety for animals across our state. And in August of 2021, just 2 years ago, I enacted a law banning the sale of puppy mill dogs in pet stores, so you can have the peace of mind that your dog comes from an organization that truly cares about animal well-being. As we move into the holiday season, I encourage every Illinoisan to consider welcoming a new best friend into your home. They need you, and I can guarantee that you won't be sorry. In fact, you probably need them too. And what better place to start than your local animal shelter? Not to mention, as the Anti-Cruelty Society celebrates the holiday season with Home for the Holidays, they are waiving all adoption fees for the month of December. So now is your time. It's the holiday season. There's somebody in your home who will want to adopt a pet. In fact, I would bet your whole family does. Adopting brings a new love and light to an animal's life, and our shelters are full of dogs and cats in search of a forever family. Take, for instance, Petey, a sweet Pit Bull Terrier mix whose previous owners had to surrender him. He's well-behaved and gentle and full of love. Or maybe a better fit for your family is Ajax, who was adopted from the Anti-Cruelty Society as a puppy and is now back in their care after his owner's passing. And to our cat lovers, you're not left out, don't worry. There are some beautiful cats ready to take home. Cats with super adorable names like Pink and Prince and Tommy. Even a pair of siblings named Wednesday and Pugsley. And if you're as old as I am, you remember the original show that those characters were on. Those names really do bring back memories for me. I want to express my gratitude genuinely to those who are working tirelessly to ensure the animals are getting the love and the care that they need this holiday season and every day of the year. The Anti-Cruelty Society leadership and staff, Tracy, you, and everyone in this room around me are truly special people, and you should know that, and we value what you do. So on that note, I'd like to invite our CEO back, from Tracy Elliott. We have a special announcement and presentation. In your honor and in the honor of the Anti-Cruelty Society, I have officially named this week Dog and Cat Adoption Week in Illinois.
Wonderful.
We have this terrific proclamation. I'm going to open it up so you can see it, and then you may want to hold it so everybody else can.
Indeed.
Yep,
It's
and
marvelous.
it is a recognition of the great work that gets done by you and also so many people who care for dogs and cats around the state of Illinois. We want to remind everybody that there's a pet available, a dog, a cat available for you. If this is the right time for you to adopt, come now. If you want to wait until January, you can do that too. But remember that there's a friend, little friend waiting for you if you're willing to adopt. So I want to thank you. It's the perfect time to embrace this holiday season of giving. So consider bringing some extra joy into the life of an animal in a shelter near you, and extra joy into your own homes. So with that, I'm happy to take any questions from members of the media.
Governor, good morning.
Good morning.
Two questions unrelated to this. The first one is, we were able to obtain records from the city that indicate that the cost of the Brighton Park camp was just under $1 million. My question to you is, were those funds all state provided? And if so, what negotiations, if any, have already taken place with the Garden World to try and offset those losses?
So from the state, the understanding with Garter World is that they will do other work with us. And they knew as they were building this shelter before the environmental report came in, that it was possible that the environmental report wouldn't allow the completion rather, of the shelter. And so they understood that, and they were willing to take that liability on through the state's contract. I can't speak to what may have pre-existed or been in place with the city. Meanwhile, they are going to be involved and have been in work to help us stand up other shelters. Remember, even the bricks and mortar shelters that already exist need work. And Garter World is helping us to complete that work very quickly so we can get people sheltered in the right places.
Were those $1 million all state funds?
I can't speak to that reference that you're making. It sounds like we have not provided funding directly to the city, but we have spent, as you know, more than $500 million already to support the asylum seekers that have come to Illinois. That's on top of what the city has done. And our work has been wraparound services, making sure that we've got everything from healthcare, and food and other things, the services that people need until they can get a work permit. So I can't speak to the amount, but we don't transfer funds, at least with regard to asylum seekers, to the city. So that may be a cost that the city bears. Having said that, we're all working together. There's a lot of cost associated with this. We've tried to get the federal government to step up and do what they should be doing, but we haven't seen enough support from them yet.
And the second question related to that is just, as you just mentioned, Garden World is working with you for other shelter sites.
Mm-hmm.
I know that you're relying mostly on the city to identify the sites and then you step in, but is there anything that you can update us on in terms of additional sites that the state will be participating in?
Sure. So we've been working together with the Archdiocese of Chicago. They have a number of buildings that they've made available over time, and so we're continuing to look at the sites. A few of them are better than others, but I want to compliment the Archdiocese and especially the Cardinal because they've worked from the very beginning to assist the migrants, the asylum seekers here. There are lots of other organizations that have stepped up, but I just wanted to highlight them today. And I thank the Cardinal and the church for the work that they're doing. And there are many other faith leaders, let's be clear, who've come together. I think the mayor held a press conference with some of them. We've also talked to a number of others, and people have stepped up to do the right thing to help out, and especially in this holiday season, that's heartwarming.
But no specific sites that you can directly.
Not yet, but I promise you that the city will be announcing as those shelter sites are available. I think they've stood up one shelter site roughly every 8 or 9 days during this challenge and during the mayor's term. And so I'm sure that there will be others announced. Yeah, thank you. Yes, hi.
So back to the topic of animal welfare, and shelters all across the country are overcrowded.
That's right.
What can the legislature do to help ease some of these issues that everyone's facing?
So I guess I'd start. Sorry for those who didn't hear the question. There are the shelter overcrowding, pets that are in shelter, and all across the nation. And Illinois is not unusual in that regard, but it just is a fact here as well. So I'll just say we've been working. I mean, you heard about some of the legislative work that we've done. It's important to all of us, and I know many legislators, to try to help step up and create at least some advantage for people who are supporting shelters, trying to promote, as we are today, the idea of adoption. I think that's very important. And then we've shut down, these puppy mills, or many of them anyway, and they're supplying to pet stores. So I think that's having an effect on, at least in terms of the pipeline of dogs or cats who may end up in shelter ultimately. So we'll look for more things to do and work with the Anti-Cruelty Society and others.
I'm really thinking about maybe housing restrictions that really impact a lot of people from keeping their dogs, or when they're moving, they're not allowed. And isn't there something that the legislators have to do to change that?
So typically, when you're talking about housing like that, it's really a local city, county responsibility, not the state level, because they're the ones who are making the zoning laws locally for homes and buildings. So, but we certainly can encourage the cities and counties to do the right thing. And I think as you raise it now, it strikes me that there's some legislator who's listening who will probably be calling me later today to talk about how we might make it easier for people to, as you said, to transfer as they move from one place to another, to be able to keep their pet. So, yeah. Anybody else? Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you, Governor. Happy holidays. Absolutely. And on both sides, we have some pups that are waiting to go home. So. Great. Oh, now, don't bark at the governor. We had a talk with them before they got here. Told them how important it was to.
That's okay. I know that they're saying only good things.
Yes. Take me home.
Yeah, this is exactly. This is
Look at
great.
this. This is Bear.
Bear.
Wow.
Bear.
He's actually a total gentle sweetheart.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. And nice toys too. They get to play.
Oh yeah, we get all
Yes.
kinds of people bring in lots of donations. Have plummeted. Thank
Yeah.
you for helping us. And so we've been overrun with large dogs, as all of our partners have in town and everywhere.
Because we have a number of dogs. We basically adopted a bunch of strays over time because we have a farm north, and then we have two. Well, my daughter stole